Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're out on a drive here and I got to thinking about Stellantis, and namely the fact that I've owned so many of these vehicles and they've been so good up until the newest ones that we have. And to put a backstory on it here, I've had, my first car was a Chrysler 200 hardtop convertible, fantastic sunroof, or a fantastic drop top, sun's out, fun car. Next after that, we've had the Durango RT Tow and Go, my Challenger SRT8, the 300 SRT8, the Town and Country minivan, the Journey RT. I'm trying to think what else, honestly. Oh God, I've had 4 Ram trucks, 2 5th gens and 2 4th gens. So you got to add those in there too. And for the most part, they've all been really wonderful. Even my 2019 Ram truck has been wonderful. Our 2021 Dodge Durango RT Tow and Go has been wonderful. Really not many issues to speak of. Where we have been having issues though is my wife and my 2023 models. So I have a 2023 Ram 1500 Rebel GT, completely maxed out, had a sticker price of about $83,500, and she has a relatively brand new 7,600 mile Jeep Grand Cherokee Limited 4xe. So about a mid-trim, really nice vehicle. Had a sticker price of like 65 or 67 when it was new, so it's fairly expensive when somebody bought that brand new off the lot. And anyway, we've been having issues with our new cars, so 2023 on up. My Ram truck has been stuck at the dealership now for 9 weeks, going on 10 weeks, with an issue to get the digital display. The supply chain has created a problem where Ram cannot get the digital display for my vehicle, so it's just been sitting at the dealership now for almost 10 weeks. And my wife's 4xe, well, it's been awesome for us, it's been riddled with recalls. So most recently here, the fire risk recall 68C, that affects our car. Thankfully, our car was made a couple months before the recall of the sand casting. The sand used in the casting of the engine can contaminate the engine. So that affects a lot of these new Jeeps, but it is not affecting our Jeep because we have a March 2023 build date. It is affecting cars June 2023 and on. So thankfully we don't have that, but we had the bricking issue that plagued many Jeep owners when they were just simply driving down the road. The car just bricked, and that was an issue that plagued our car. So we had that as well. And really it brings me to this point. I saw that in 2023 many Stellantis vehicles were poorly made, used poor parts because they were going through some stuff. If any of you have followed the news at all, you've realized that Carlos Tavares ran that company into the ground. And he did that by laying off employees, using cheap parts, trying to cut everything where he could, and raise prices, essentially. So you were left in an area where you were buying an unreliable, high-priced vehicle. And that didn't really sit well with people. So now here we are, and we're seeing the, I would say, the happenings of that. So a lot of people are having issues with their cars, and this extends past 2023. It's now going into 2024 cars, 2025 cars. People are having a whole lot of issues with their cars because the pieces of equipment used in the cars were really bad. They were cheap, they were poor, all the way from the paint to the electronics, to the rims, the digital dashes in my example, and B, the supply chain. You can't get any of this stuff when you need it for Stellantis. So that's another problem. And C, of course, the pricing. The pricing on all these products are out of control. I've shared this in many videos before, but my 2019 Laramie, when it was brand new, it had every single option on a Laramie that you could get. The off-road pack, body color group, panoramic sunroof, heated cooled seats, adaptive cruise, 360 camera, you name it. 392 rear axle with towing group, it had everything. The only thing I was missing was the automatic deployable side steps. That was like $65,200 before tax, title, and license. And now, in today's world, if you want to get a loaded out Laramie like that, you're looking at almost $85,000. It is just absurd. In fact, this morning I priced out a Bighorn, and with the Hemi, it was more than what my Laramie cost in 2019 brand new. So it just goes to show you where we are at. It was almost $70,000 and you got less stuff. So it just goes to show you where we're at in our world, and really where these automakers, especially Stellantis, is at. I can't reliably tell somebody to go out and buy a Stellantis product unless it's like a Dodge Durango. Unless it's one of their aged platform vehicles, like a Durango or a Pacifica. Otherwise, I can't reliably tell somebody to go out and buy a new Stellantis vehicle because of all the issues that I've had with mine and all the issues that everybody else is having with theirs. I know every automaker has their ups and downs, but it seems like Stellantis just doesn't have a vision right now. They don't have a vision of where they want to go. And they've gotten the right people back into power, but because of all the issues that they've had in the previous years, they're trying to pick up a brand that was so devastated by pricing, supply chain issues, poor quality, bad leadership, bad employee union relations, to where now those people in power, they can't gain anything back by that. Their market share has just gone down. Their sales have gone down. Their stock price, which I have heavily invested in, has gone down, which is very depressing. And it really is a shame because they still make the best looking products on the road, in my opinion, today. Interiors, fantastic. Exteriors, fantastic. Where they struggle is everything underneath. And a prime example of that is taking away the Hemi and then bringing it back. And as I saw with the value of my Ram Rebel GT, I bought it right before the Hemi made the official revival. And I bought it for $56,000. It was super expensive. And now that truck is worth maybe on a dealership lot now, it's maybe worth $48,000 tops. And that's because of the revival of the Hemi. And this brand just screws over its customers left and right. And you've seen it with the last call Durango. The Durango Hellcat was only supposed to be made in 2021. Now they've been making it ever since, basically. The last call Chargers, Challengers, the Hellcats, since its inception, everybody thought it was a limited edition car, but now they're all over the place on the roads. And it's super frustrating as a buyer and a Mopar enthusiast and supporter that sees a brand that just screws their customers over. They don't give a shit about the customers. And I haven't even talked on the topic of dealerships yet. Stellantis's dealerships are some of the worst dealerships that I have ever been in. Their service departments are junk. I'm sorry, they are. Their salesmen, from everything that I've experienced so far, and this comes down to a dealership specific level, but their salesmen and women are just pushy and not like, they want to make a sale, and I don't blame them because their cars are so tough to sell at the price points that they're at. How can you make a sale when your car is $10,000 overpriced? You can't. That's impossible. And when you have all this bad media on your brand, like what I'm doing right now, it makes it impossible to sell a car. So I don't blame the salesman, but it's just these shady techniques that have soiled the dealerships, that have soiled the experience of going to buy a car. Buying a car used to be fun, and now if I have to buy a car from a Stellantis dealership, I know it's not going to be fun. I know it's not going to be fun because they need to make a sale so bad that you're just being pushed and pushed and pushed along, and it's not fun. It's not fun anymore. And it's soiled the brand so much that even for me, as the name of my channel, Orange Block Garage, as such a Mopar enthusiast, I don't know if I am going to be buying another Mopar vehicle in the future unless they can seriously, over the next 5 years, fix their brand reputation, fix their products, fix their quality. I don't think that I will buy another one. I'll move to GM. I'll move to another American brand for my trucks, for my SUVs. I just don't see myself getting into a new Stellantis vehicle. Now, used, I would love to buy a used Hellcat, of course. Before 2020, I would absolutely love to buy that. Anything like that, I would love to buy it. I'd love to buy an old 4th gen truck, an old 4th gen Sport, but for my job and for my line of work, I can't do that. But as I sit and wait, I'm just wondering, what a lost opportunity for Stellantis, and they should have never bought Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, Ram. What a mistake that was. And it's a shame. It's a GD shame that this company is going by the wayside. And Chrysler only has one product. Dodge has a Charger. I guess they're getting more now. Charger Coupe, Charger Sedan, Durango, and Hornet. There's 4 different products now you can choose from Dodge. They're really getting up there. Ram, who makes a damn good truck, and Jeep, who makes really good products. But Dodge, Chrysler, they're in a world of hurt. Stellantis is in a world of hurt in general. Alfa Romeo is struggling. Maserati in the United States is severely struggling. If it wasn't for Ram and Jeep, this brand of cars would be totally out of the U.S. Fiat is barely in America. You've got 2 really good brands and 5 struggling brands. And I don't know where this company is going. I don't know where the company is going. There's no vision or mission for the brand. And that's where I struggle to want to pay as much money for these vehicles as what they're asking now for a Ram truck or for a Jeep SUV, for a Dodge car. It doesn't, with the dealership support now, it just doesn't make sense. It really doesn't make sense anymore. And with that being said, I had to get that off my chest. I'm a Mopar guy for life, but man, the problems that we're having and the shitty dealer service that we're having is really making it super tough to want to stick with Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram. So with that being said, guys, like, subscribe for more opinions, and we'll see you in the next one.